Welcome back to the Daily Bitcoin 5. 5 stories every day that matter to Bitcoin. Today on the Bitcoin 5, inflation surprise and the very latest on the Clarity Act. Let's go. Before the stories, the Bitcoin price check. Current price, about $64,600. Bitcoin continues its impressive long-term trajectory, up 214% from about $20,600 4 years ago, though it shed 12.5% from its March high of about $73,800. Near-term action has been choppy, down less than 1% over the past month, but essentially flat over the last 4 days. Story 5. Strive announced a daily cash distribution of $0.05 per share for its SATA product, representing an annualized rate of $13 per share and an effective yield of 13.4%. The payment marks the 26th consecutive dividend, demonstrating sustained execution of Strive's Bitcoin-backed yield generation strategy. The product represents an emerging category of Bitcoin financial instruments that aim to provide income streams to holders without requiring them to sell their underlying Bitcoin exposure. Strive's consistent dividend payment suggests growing sophistication in Bitcoin treasury management and structured products. Story 4. 4-year Bitcoin cycle. Suggests bull market 100 days away. Technical analysts are pointing to intact 4-year cycle patterns that have historically governed Bitcoin's price action, with new analysis suggesting the market could be just 100 days away from the start of a fresh bull run. The pattern recognition aligns Bitcoin's current consolidation phase with similar periods in previous cycles that preceded major upward movements. Bitcoin's 4-year halving cycle has been one of the most reliable frameworks for understanding its long-term price behavior, though debates persist about whether growing institutional adoption and macroeconomic integration will dampen or preserve the pattern's predictive power. Story 3. Strategy CEO confirms more massive Bitcoin buys coming soon. He outlined a clear playbook: build USD reserves, restore STRC to par, issue additional STRC, and deploy proceeds into more Bitcoin. The announcement comes as Strategy continues its aggressive Bitcoin treasury strategy, positioning itself as a leader in the emerging digital credit market. Michael Saylor has been vocal about transforming Bitcoin holdings into productive financial instruments, and Strategy's approach represents the most ambitious execution of that vision to date. Story 2. Senator Lummis set to introduce Bitcoin Clarity Act within days. Senator Cynthia Lummis announced that the text of her much-anticipated Clarity Act will be introduced in the next few days, telling attendees it's time to land this plane. The legislation aims to provide regulatory clarity for Bitcoin and digital assets, addressing long-standing ambiguities that have hampered institutional adoption and innovation in the US. The timing is significant, as Washington appears more open to crypto-friendly legislation than at any point in recent history. Story 1. CPI data came in at 3.5% versus expectations of 3.8%, marking the largest inflation decline since the COVID crash and reigniting risk appetite across markets. Bitcoin broke through $64,000 as traders priced in higher chances of Federal Reserve rate cuts, with $135 million in short positions liquidated within 60 minutes of the release. That's today's Bitcoin 5. Let me know your favourite story from today in the comments below, and subscribe now so tomorrow's update lands directly in your feed. I'll see you tomorrow.